This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. And, well, here we go. It is, at long last, time to begin the 2022-2023 NHL regular season. The roster, the LTIR, everything has been submitted, and the Oilers are officially ready, minus a few tweaks and movements after everything's official today, ready for Wednesday at Rogers Place, 8 p.m. against the Vancouver Canucks. So there you go. It is time. It is ready. We are loaded. It is this hockey season at last, and we are off and running for this incredible 82 game race that it's going to be here as an Edmonton Oilers fan. Now, the roster is pretty much exactly, if anyone got down to that 167, 165 dollar number to deal with the cap, that is the numbers we were working with to make this roster fit under the LTIR, and that's where indeed we end up with, of course, Tyler Benson, Mike Smith, and Oscar Klefbom on LTIR to start the NHL season. So that's what you need to know first. With that said, friends, before we get too far into the video, if you're new to the channel and you're ready for hockey, I suggest you subscribe now, because we're going to have wall-to-wall coverage except for a live stream during game time on Dolynny TV and the Oilers Fanatic for opening night over at Rogers Place. We've secured some little deals here to get things going. Hopefully, just waiting on Patrick with the Oilers Fanatic to get things finalized for his Wednesday schedule, and then we'll be letting you know what you can look forward to live from Ice District on Wednesday. That said, friends, let's get to it. Shall I waste no more time? Hit that subscribe button and let's get going. This is your opening roster for the season. There will be changes, and I will make note of them in a minute. Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, Zach Hyman, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Evander Kane, Kyle Yamamoto, Jesse Puljujarvi, Warren Foegele, Derek Ryan, Dylan Holloway, Ryan McLeod, and Brad Malone. So Brad Malone more than likely comes out for Devin Shore. That's apparently the way we're going to go here with this in a matter of 24 hours. So that's the big change up front. You could see James Hamblin switch in there too. We're not 100% on that, but Devin Shore is like the shoe-in for that position on the roster as of tomorrow, when we start making roster moves to start saving cap space moving forward throughout the season. Darnell Nurse, Tyson Berry, Cody Ceci, Brett Kulak, Evan Bouchard, Philip Broberg, and Ryan Murray. So Broberg was there in place. He should have been here playing game one, but instead he will go down and Marcus Niemelainen will come up. That is apparently how it's going to go, as Jason Demers has been released from his PTO at Edmonton Oilers training camp. So that is, well, like I said, the go button. We are ready to rock and roll. No surprises in net. It's Jack Campbell, it's Stuart Skinner, and that's all you need to know in terms of the net. So that leaves us pretty much completely using our LTIR space. We are completely used, and yeah, the roster completely set as of now to get things going. It will change tomorrow, as mentioned, with those two positions that we've already talked about. That said, let's get to this. Oop, that is somehow in behind there. See, the magic of live television. Let's go here. Oscar Klefbom, Mike Smith, and Tyler Benson on LTIR. Look at how this all starts lining up for the Oilers. Yes, Matthias Janmark still counts against the Oilers cap for 125,000 K. That was part of the plan all along. Somebody had to do it, whether it was him or Derek Ryan. Milan Lucic's 750K comes off the books this season. You've got James Neal and Andrei Sekera, which a combined right now 3.4 million. It will go down to less than 2 million. So you're freeing up $2.25 million in cap space next season, solely based on the fact that you will indeed have those guys on the books no longer, right? They're gone, right? Andrei Sekera, his dead cap hit's gone. Milan Lucic, his dead cap hit is gone. So we're good, we're dandy, we're gold. That said, too, Oscar Klefbom, Mike Smith, and Tyler Benson will be off the Oilers' books as well. So for the Oilers' ideal case scenario here, I think based on what you see with this LTIR usage, is you find a way, now that you've got Dylan Holloway, Xavier Bourgault, you got a guy like Tyler Benson who should stick in the NHL this year and potentially make about $975 to $1.1 million next season. You're looking for hopefully a cap raise of $2 to $3 million, and that should allow you to do what you need to do going into next year and have a full roster to start the season. So for the Oilers, it's kind of make it up as you go along this camp, and that's what we had to do, right? We knew what we were looking to achieve, but it had to play out that way, and James Hamblin ends up making it all the way to the end of camp. An hour and a half before the roster had to be submitted, James Hamblin was optioned off to the Bakersfield Condors. So for him, a solid camp, and that's what we're talking about. We now have guys pushing up for jobs, and a lot of guys who may or may not be here next year, depending on what the Oilers can achieve in this NHL season. You look at this, right? Who's all not here next year? Well, yes, Puljujarvi's an RFA. A lot of people say he shouldn't even be here now. You've got Derek Ryan, who absolutely will not be here at the end of this year. Might not even be here midway through this year. You got Ryan McLeod, who's an RFA and due for a big raise. Other than that, everybody else is signed for the next 2 years, this year and next. On the blue line, Evan Bouchard due for that big raise. On the blue line, Ryan Murray, more than likely not back next year unless for some reason he really impresses and wants to come back for $750K again. So you look at how all this kind of plays out, and Stuart Skinner due for that raise at the end of this season too. So the Oilers cap situation not necessarily about to get better, but as it stands, Devin Shore clears waivers today, right? Devin Shore gets it done. He gets through. He'll start in the minors on paper. He'll come up after all said and done tomorrow or on Wednesday or however the cap savings have to work. Again, this is a bunch of mental math. And I was talking to Patrick from the Oilers Fanatic today on the drive back from Calgary. I'm just laughing at myself. I had this whole salary cap thing completely backwards. It was a mess. I forgot how the Mike Smith, Oscar Klefbom, and Tyler Benson situations have to work. So I was all kinds of turned around, and then him and I are just laughing about how there was not and there is never enough time in the day to fully understand how NHL teams can work, manipulate, and work around the NHL salary cap as it currently stands. This said, too, the NHL salary cap is a joke at this point, not because of the manipulation and all that, simply because of still being at $82.5 million as opposed to where we should be by now. That's neither here nor there, nor do I want to open up that debate, but it's one of those things. If the NHL does not start raising the salary cap immediately, we are going to have ourselves some incredibly, painfully stupid problems within the NHL moving forward. Folks, I'm Tyson. This is Dolynny TV. The roster's set. Opening day is 2 days away. Section 109, row 10. I cannot wait to be cheering on my Edmonton Oilers, and I've mentioned it a couple times already today. Section 109 is going to be a good time, that is for sure. So, folks, buckle up. If you're going to Rogers Place on Wednesday, as long as I can remember to pack them into my bag, and I will do that right now as this video uploads, I will pack in some stickers for you. I did have a buddy do up some stickers for me over Christmas a couple of years ago, just to end up so as we could have some little merchandise giveaways. So if you find me down at Rogers Place, I should have a pocket full of stickers to hand out. So that'd be great if you take one off me and stick them around wherever you want to on your whatever you do with stickers. Frankly, I don't even know. I've dreamed about throwing them on signs and airdrie and just messing around and advertising. Who knows? Anyway, section 109, row 10, 2 days from now for the Oilers home opener. I'm awaiting to be a puddled mess because I think the Oilers home opener will have a pretty large pregame tribute to Mr. Ben, and that is going to be a very tough start to the game, but I'm very much so looking forward to what the Oilers do to honor them and, of course, start off the season with a bang. Folks, Tyson, Dolynny TV, I'm not going to take up any more of your time this evening, this afternoon. Enjoy Thanksgiving. Thank you for spending your Thanksgiving partially with me. There's already been over 1,000 views on the channel, so that's actually quite incredible. I'm up on out of here.